Hey there, hello, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another week of the Cutters NFL Legend season for 2nd and 10. We are in week 7 of this 18-week season. We have a small smorgasbord, the smallest amount of games in a week. 13, in fact. We have 13 games for you. One of them was rained out. Cleveland beat Cincy, by the way. I don't think you need to know that. So we will be playing this game. We do have one game that is of massive significance, and that's New England against the Jets, because those two teams are close knit to each other, and the Pats are undefeated. So that game will go last in our group. Let's head to Miami first. Battle of Florida. Michael Pittman made all-stop to try to run the ball. Keyshawn Johnson, Carl Williams, and Ken Boozer will try to catch the ball. Offensive line, Bowman, Ober, Harry Jenkins, Jeff Christie, Casey Coleman, and Kenneth Walker. Miami's defensive line, Ben Denharder, Bob Hines, Wayne Fernandez, and Bob Stanfield. Nick Conti, Doug Swift, and Mike Cole are your linebackers. Your DBs to start: Curtis Johnson, Dick Anderson, Jake Scott, and Tim Foley. The O2 Bucks, well, Campus Team O2 Bucks, they won the Super Bowl with John Gruden, the former Raiders coach, and ironically had faced the Raiders in the Super Bowl, and because the Raiders didn't really change their playing calling, Gruden knew what to do, and Tampa used their defense to their advantage. The 32 Dolphins, wow, they're definitely buying this team because they freaking went undefeated, even in the Super Bowl. Even when Bob Greasy got hurt, Earl Morrall still won games for them. So yeah, first place for Tampa is 1 yard. Obviously, I like the Miami Vice song, but because I don't want YouTube to get pissy. Bob Greasy, the man from Purdue, at quarterback. Larry Sonkin, Mercury Morris, part of the three-headed running starter with Chip Pick. Warfield and Troy are your wide receivers. Mandich, your first tight end. Mark Evans, Larry Little, Jim Lyon, Bob Kuchenberg playing. No Cruzen, so Jenkins will have to come in. Tampa's defensive line, no Hoover McFarland, so Warner has to come in with Simi Rice Morris after break stars. Al Singleton, Derek Brooks, and Shelton Quarters, your linebackers. Ronnie Barber, John Lynch, Dexter Jackson, and Brian Kelly, your defensive backs.
Flag. False start. Offense.
Did not see false start. Go to the final 2 minutes. And he's got one. I didn't think he did. And he's going to go down the field. Flag.
Personal foul.
Defense. Yeah, you don't see a personal foul on the
Flag. False start. Offense.
Try to run out the clock. Second goal. Johnson 20 for 28, 221 and a touchdown pass. So yeah, Tampa looked good for that fourth quarter. It's a game of 4 quarters. Next, let's head to Philly. These two teams really bad this year. Nick Foles, that quarterback for my Philly, and Curry Clement, running back. Nelson Aguilar, Alshon Jeffrey, yes, that's how you spell my legal last name. My legal first name is his last name. And Torrey Smith, our wide receiver, Sacramento defensive tight end. Philly will have Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks, Jason Kelsey, and the tie up there, Noah Snooski. So it's a Peters has to come in to play offense. The Saints defensive line, no Cedric Dallas, so Hargrove comes in. Will Smith, Randy Adeli, and Charles Grant. Jonathan Villas, Gotchale, and Evans playing linebacker instead of Scott Fujita. Tracy Porter, Darren Sharper, Roman Harper, and Malcolm Jenkins are in the backfield. The Saints, the 09 team picked because after all, they did have the Saints win the Super Bowl 5 years after Katrina hit. And it was a Super Bowl for the Saints getting this far. Because the Saints were known for their chokery for many years. And Philly 2017, their only Super Bowl title was that year. Team that they beat New England on the Philly special, pissing them off in the process, of course, the Pats fan. But the fact of the matter was, good times. Or no. Really next half of the season. And 10. Covered. So that's punt. Aaron 6. Second 6, Jake Alley's going to charge from 51. Quarterback. What is Purdue quarterbacks in this league? Mike Bell starts at running back. Marcus Colston, Devin Henderson, Robert Mitchell, your 3 wide receivers. Jeremy Shockey, your tight end. Gerald Bushrod, Jerry Evans, Jonathan Goodwin, Carl and John Stitchcombe on your defensive line. Philly's D-line, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Kimmy Jarrett, and Kenny Curry. No Bradham, he's hurt, so it will be Walker with Hendricks and Good to start. Jalen Mills, Malcolm Jenkins, Rodney McLeod, and Patrick Robinson are your backfield. Defense backfield. Run for 3 yards. Ain't untroubled. They're gone by 9. Second and 10. Up 16-zip. 14 for 28 when he caught a hit. 3 turnovers for 38, 2 and 18, touchdown interception. 3 catches for 46 yards. Now let's go to St. Louis. One of the hot will start up at 34. Cam Newton, the guy from Auburn. I don't like the picture, but that's the way it goes. With Jonathan Stewart, right 2 over starting at running back. Corey Brown, Devin Funches, Craig Wilson, and your receivers. Michael Overhart, the blindside guy, is there. No Wells, so Jensen has to come in with Ryan Coolio, Trey Turner, and Michael Reynolds. The Rams, defensively, Brett Wistrom, Ray Agnew, DeMarco Farr, Kevin Carter. Linebackers, Todd Collins, Mike Jones, and London Fletcher. Todd Light, Keith Lyle, Benny Jenkins, and Dexter Glenn, DBs. Harry Carolina, they're represented by the 2015 squad. I mean, why not? 15-1. They should win the Super Bowl, but Peyton Manning screwed over. Cam Newton was MVP. And the 99 Rams, well, this team was a big. They were 4-12 the year before. We're going to use Trent Reed at quarterback. He got hurt in the preseason, so Kurt Warner came in out of freaking nowhere. Had the great show on turf to the Super Bowl over the Titans, and yes, Mike Jones, one of the most basic things in the English language, with that tackle to end the game.
Line play. False start.
Offense.
Offense.
Yeah. Endorse. The battle of the division, Carolina needs to sell. Yes. Warner, the man, not really Pop Warner football, but the man who came out of Arena football, out of Northern Iowa, out of failed NFL contracts, and out of a freaking grocery store where he worked the night. Marshall Falk and James Hodgins running the ball. Isaac Bruce as a team, Marlon Williams receiving the ball. To start with Orlando Pace, Adam Timmerman, Mike Guidora, Tom Newton, and Fred Miller are your defensive line. Carolina's D line, Tony Ely, Quan Short, no Charlie Johnson, so Laura Ty not to come in. Thomas Davis, Luke Keckney, Shaq Thompson, linebackers, no Jared Allen, so Klein has to come in. Josh Norman, Kirk Coleman, Norman Harper, and Charles Tillman to start. 6 minutes. Second and 6. Second 2. At an 18-point lead. Carolina, I'm surprised we take a timeout. They kind of had basically the short term pretty good at 7-1. I think they're the best in the league season. And 7 yards receiving and 102 yards running, so basically 209 yards all purpose, or touchdowns. Winning 6 for 17, 71 yards, and Anthony for Anderson, who was 5 for 13, 57. 100 reach forward. Let's go to Kansas City now. City in an intra-conference matchup. Patrick Mahomes and T-Tack, the quarterback. Damian Williams and Anthony Sherman, running backs. Terry Kill, McCall, Travis Kelsey are your receivers. Cameron Irving and no different Turkey. Now that's up the team. There's Manchester has to come in. Austin Reiter, Edward Riley, and Eric Fisher. Dallas' defensive line. Charles Haley, Tony Casillas, Ozil Maryland, and Tony Tolbert. Robert Jones, Cam Newton, Vincent Smith, and linebackers. Corey Brown, Thomas Everett, James Washington, and Isaac Holt are your defensive backs. Dallas, 5-2. On the 92 Cowboys, I call them the best team around after, they had that Super Bowl blowout of Buffalo. It wasn't for Leon Lutz. Stupidity, that was what set the record on Super Bowl. But yeah, this team looked pretty good. Kansas City, the team that brought a good Lombardi Trophy to Kansas City for the first time in 5 decades. That big comeback with San Francisco. Why would I even not go with it? And it's 2 yards. 38. forfeiting. So Dallas will get the ball back. Quarterback, Emmett Smith and running back to start. Michael Irvin, Calvin Martin, and Alvin Harper are your wide receivers. Jay Miller, check your tight ends. Mark Tenai, John Joseph, Mark Seknosi, Eric Williams playing. No Nate Needham, he's hurt, so linebacker has to come in. Kansas City has their defensive line. Shanks, Clark, and Okafor are out. Williams and Kabruskin about to come in. Chris Jones and Derek Giannotti. Anthony Hitchens, Damon Wilson, and Ben Newman, your linebackers. Javarius Ward, Tyrone Honey Badger, Matthew, one Thornhill, Rashad Relay, and defensive backs. Too short for a punt. You're up by 13. Kansas City walked out of America. For 45, 273, 3 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. Irvin 131 receiving, Aikman 23 for 32, 274, 3 touchdowns. So it looked harmless. The fourth quarter proved that Dallas lead what they were doing. Let's go to Chicago. Jacobs who running back, Plaxico Burris, Amani Two-Man, Channing, sponsor, wide receivers, Jeremy Shop, your tight end. Kareem McKenzie, Rich Seabert, Sean O'Hara, Chris Nee, and David Deal are your offensive line. The Bears defensively, Richard Gantt, William Miller, Stephen Michael, and Dave Hampton. Wilbur Marshall, Mike Secretary, Bruce Wilson, your linebackers. Mike Richardson, Dave Jurison, Barry Penchik, and Wesley Frazier are your defensive backs. The Giants, the 07 Giants, the team that won the Super Bowl coming out of freaking nowhere. Yes, they beat the Patriots and put them at 18 away. But let's not forget that the Giants could have fucked everything up in the playoffs. They went to Tampa in the wildcard round, could have screwed up, but they won. They went to Dallas, the insurmountable Dallas Cowboys with Romo and Owens. They could have fucked that up, and they didn't. They could have screwed up in Green Bay. After all, they did miss a couple of key field goals, but far through that interception. Long signs that CFL refugee got the field goal. The Bears, all the 85 Bears, Super Bowl shuffle, monster to the midway, 15-1, losing on Monday Night Football to the Dolphins, but their playoff run was huge. You know how many points they gave up in 3 games? 10! They didn't give up a point against the Giants in the divisional round. Well, not these Giants, obviously. They didn't give up a point to the Rams in the NFC title game. And they only gave up 10 points to the Pats. Anyway, 2nd and 10. On the ball. Right? 4 yards there. And a punt. Chicago puts that goal. 11-25. Jim McMahon, Walter Payton and Mike Chewy are your running backs. Willie Dog, Dennis McKinnon, and Evan Moore are your tight end or receivers. What am I thinking? Dave Van Horn, Mike Hortz, Jay Hildenberg, Tom Bayer, Tim McCormick are your offensive line. D-line for the Giants, Strahan, Fred Robbins, Barry Cooper, Ozzy Umura, Antonio Cruz, Kamika Mitchell, your linebackers, no Kiwaka, he's hurt, so Blackburn will come in to start. Phil Madison, Jabril Wilson, James Butler, and Aaron Moss are your defensive backs. First down, Canyon. Wow.
First down.
That's it. 10. It's too short for a punt. They're going to go for it. That's flying the end of the Oh no, sorry. It would make sense. He put those on. I thought it was for a punch. And Jerry Lorenzo, you heard of the 250 pounders? Payton, 2 touchdown runs, solid both. McGann, 19 for 28, 2.42 touchdown for the pick. Nothing big. Manning, 8 for 20, 87 yards. Well, that hurt. Lorenzo, 1 for 6. 1 for 6. Well, there's win. Let's go to Houston next. Denver gets Houston, and Houston starts at the 24-yard line. Matt Shaw, that quarterback from Virginia, Derek Ward, Fonzo Lily, two running backs. Jacoby Jones, the recently deceased Jacoby, Kevin Walter, and Jeffries are your receivers. Eric Winston, Wade Smith, Chris Myers, and Dwayne Brown. Offensive line, no Caldwell, so Briscoe has to come in. Denver's defensive line, Matt Rizza, no Trey, so Washington has to come in with Trevor Price and Neil Smith. Phil Romanowski, John Mobley, and Glenn Carjaz, your linebackers, Darren Gordon, Eric Brown, Steve Atwater, Ray Crockett for your defensive backs. The 98 Broncos, Broncos. Yeah, John Elway won the second straight Super Bowl, won the championship, and Jim Robinson was a mess for Atlanta. Both on and off the field. But let's not forget the 98 Broncos actually were 13-0 and had to play a few games without Elway, and Bobby Brister had to be quarterback. So yeah, they started 13-0, which was huge. The 2010 Texans, well, it's hard to pick a Houston team because they're not really that smart. I should have picked the 2018 team. But yeah, the 2018 team? Yeah, the 2019 team that beat Buffalo at overtime. But whatever. Yes, sir. Well, technically, I should have also picked the Houston Oilers team. Versus the defensive line, Antonio Smith, Obi Okoye, Sean Cody, Will Anderson, so Mitchell comes in. Seth Dials, Luke Cushing, Sharpton has to play linebacker with Kevin Bentley, Glover Quinn, Bernard Pollard, Eugene Wilson, and Jackson are the defensive backs.
First down.
Ulam should be able to take this. Follow 2 lanes.
Flag on the play. False start.
38-35. He's hanging with them. They're hanging. He had 3 touchdowns. He's played the game, but he's on the outside. 28 for 47, 350 for Shaw. 200 yards running by Aaron Foster. He ran all over Denver, but they still lost. Walter 119 receiving. LA 23 for 39, 340 with 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, they missed the extra one by Rappers and then went for 2. They were doing good. Houston was up 27-17 at one point, but they lost. Let's go to Atlanta. Bobby Lane, the Golden Boy, as they call him at quarterback. John Henry Johnson, Pablo and Cassidy, running backs. Jim Durant, Steve Younker, and Jerry Reichel are your receivers. Luke Creekmore, Stan Campbell, Fred Gadsky, Harley Sewell, and Charlie Enney are your offensive line. Atlanta's defensive line. Adrian Claiborne, Grady Jarrett, and Brooks Reed. The linebackers, Deion Jones, Wheeler, Reynolds, and Beasley. Runner off are Keno Neal, Ricardo Allen, and Ryan Poole are your defensive backfield. The 57 Lions. Why the Detroit's representative is because it's the last time Detroit's won a championship in the Super Bowl era. They were close last year, getting to the Final Four, but missed. Atlanta, the 2016 team, the team that looked pretty good, 13-3, the number 1 team in the NFC, Matty Ice Cream team. They were up 23 in this right. So Atlanta would fight the ball in 8, but he fumbled the interception. That's crazy. That is crazy. First down. Pretty good punt by Nate Doherty. Matty Ice, Matt Ryan at quarterback, Evan Coleman, Patrick DeMarco Sturdy, running back, Julio Jones, Austin Hooper, Ryan Turano, your line receivers. Ryan Schrader, Chris Chester, Alex Mack, Andrew LaFeature, and Jake Matthews on offensive line. Detroit Steve Line, Gas McCord, Bob Miller, Bill Mays, and Jim Cronin. Linebackers, Roger Zappel, Bob Palmer, Joe Schmidt, Jack Jack Richardson, Gale Larry, Terry Bart, and John David. And what's the best? Alright, so let's go to Arizona next. Stadium, Warner, your quarterback. Andrew James and Charles Smith, your running backs. Anquan Bolden, Jermaine Irvin, and Randall Pope, your receivers. Levi Brown, Bruce Latoya, Lyle Sandlin, Reggie Wells, and Mike Gainey are your offensive line. The Colts defensively, Dwight Freeney, Ruger McFarland, so we have something there for our office. Gary Brackett, Gilbert Garner, and Cato June are linebackers. Eddie's missing half of their defense backfield. Sanders and Harper are out. Lefay and David are in. Jennings and Rehart come in to start. The Colts 5-1. Well, the Colts, the 2016 picked because they won the Super Bowl. First time they did it as the Indianapolis Colts. Peyton Manning, Dale Wright, and the Colts got redemption for their previous season. They were supposed to make the Super Bowl, but Pittsburgh beat them. The LA Cardinals, well, they are pretty good and all that. Best Cardinal team around. The Cardinals have been suffering for years and years and years. They got to the Super Bowl, they almost won the Super Bowl, but Santonio Holmes for the whole time. Kurt Warner. Alright. Yes, sir. To the 3, nice job. Nice job. Peyton Manning at quarterback for the Colts. Joseph McGuy at neutral running the ball. Reggie Williams, Dallas Clark, your receivers. Derek Flynn, Ryan Piem, Jeff Saturday, Daniel McGandy, offensive line, North Veda, Kiel, so Lilia on the command. Taylor Swift, Joel Crockett, Ryan Robinson, Travis DeBoer, your defensive line. Charles Dansby, Joe Hayes, and Chili Hooper for your linebackers. Roger Cook, H.R. Roll, Adrian Wilson, and Dominic Rogers Pillard, your DBs.
Play defense. Defense.
That's a good sound, but
First down. First down.
Peyton 22 for 243 and a touchdown. Arizona was up 21-3. They looked pretty good. Colts were trying to hang on, but it was foul. Let's head to San Francisco next. These two teams have played like 8 games, will play 9 games since like 7, so and Minnesota will have won their season back from more rest in the end. But anyway, Joe Montana, the quarterback for the Niners, Joe Cool, Roger Craig and Todd Blackmander, running backs Jerry Race, Terry Greer, the former Argonaut, with John Frank for receivers. Harris Barton, Guy McTyre, and of course, Jason Saproof and Steve Walls. Defensive line, Minnesota's defensive line, Eric Alexander, Noah Williams, Clemens, Jerry Bell, and Johnny Randall. Dixon Edwards, Dwayne Rudd, and Ed McDaniel, linebackers, Corey Fuller, Orlando Thomas, Robert Wolford, and Jimmy Hitchcock, and defensive backs. Resurgence year for the Vikings at quarterback. Charles Evans and David Palmer are trying to run the ball. Chris Carter, Randy Moss, and Andrew Cook trying to catch the ball. Corey Stringer, David Dixon, Jeff Christie, Brendan McDaniel, and Todd Stew's a good offensive line. D-line for St. Francis Ford, Fagan, Carter, and Roberts. Ricky Allison, Rob Hadley, Charles Haley, and Keena Turner, linebackers. Tim Dyer, Jeff Fuller, Ronnie Lott, and Fuller playing part of their injured right. The 98 Vikings, by their pick, simple. Because the 98 Vikings were down at 15-1. They looked pretty good. They looked good in the Super Bowl, but they lost the NFC title game at home to Atlanta. Anderson missed a field goal for the first time that season. Indoors, mind you. And the 88 Niners dominant team. That's a better win with the 89 team that crushed them in the Super Bowl, but with the 88 team. And of course, Montana to Taylor to win the Super Bowl that year. For 16, 55 yards, pathetic. Young, 6 for 14, 105, a touchdown, an interception. Cutting on 12 for 27, 148, 2 yards with a pick. Brad Johnson came in to throw a pick. Smith, 198, air ball. That's not the highest. I forgot, we had 200 yards. 200 yards. I forgot. Reversing yards. Irving Foster had 200 yards for Irving. What are we at? Let's just simulate Tennessee-Seattle. Tennessee wins in overtime. They go to 4-3. Seattle drops to 3-5. The 99 Titans, the team that went to the Super Bowl thanks to the Music City Miracle and was 1 yard short. The 2013 Seahawks, the Legion of Boom defense. We got 2 more games left. Let's go to Oakland-Pittsburgh. Always a good one. State starts it off for Oakland at the 33. Lawrence Davis, Carl Garrett, your running backs, Cliff Branch, Randy Totten, and Casper. Your receivers, excuse me, Art Shell, Gene Upshaw, Dave Dobby, George Wheeler, and John Fowler are your defensive line. Pittsburgh's team line is Dwight White, John Banzak, Chuck Lee, Jordan Green, and Nancy Greenwood. Jack Ham, Ron Taze, and Jack Lambert, your linebackers. Mel Clark, Donnie Shell, Mike Wagner, and Ron Johnson are your defensive backs. The Raiders played this game, and 76 team that won Super Bowl 11, Almighty really got with that touchdown at the end of the game, and Hilton Dunn on their shoulders. The 78 Steelers, Mike good with their Super Bowl 13 win over the Cowboys. It was a tough pick, 78 or even a 75 but I went with 78. So yeah, I know Pittsburgh's play games that they'll have plenty of rest on that soon, but the fact of the matter is that, they're playing. These two teams really hate each other.
First down.
Vince Long, John Stallworth, and Benny Cunningham, your receivers. Ray Penny, Sam Davis, Mike Webster, Jerry Mullins, and Johnny Pope, your offensive line. D-line for Oakland 3-4, John Mestisak, Dave Burrow, and Horace Sistruk. Willie Hall, Phil Seattle, Monty Johnson, Ty Henderson. Other linebackers, Willie Brown, Butch Atkinson, Jack Tatum, and Scott Thomas, your QBs. 3 yards. 3rd and 2. Tactical time.
False start. Offense. Seven, 29-28, close game. First down.
Touchdown, 2 touchdowns of his own, 28-28. Bradshaw, 18 for 32, 251, 2 touchdowns and picks. Branch 103 was receiving. Saylor 13 for 21, 95, 2 touchdowns and pick. That's this game. Oakland missed an extra point by Stanford in the second quarter. I think that was the key play, wasn't it? Really not so far. Yeah, Oakland went for 2 and missed, 28-28. So yeah, Oakland survives somehow. Some way. Now we got one more game for all the Barbells in the AFC East in a sense. Got the Pats and the Jets. Look. Joe Namath, Joe Willie at quarterback, Matt's down, Emerson Bruiser, your running backs, Don Mater, George Sauer, and K-Len to the receivers. Winston Hill, Dave Herman, John Schmidt, Bob Talmini, and Zach Bolton in the defensive line. Pats have Ty Warren, Phil Wilford, Jarvis Green in the 3-4. Teddy Bruschi, Adele Thomas, Mike Frabel, and Drew Saya will start at linebacker with Steve Coleman, who's hurt. Ronnie Harrison, who's hurt, so Mayweather has to come in. With Ellis Hobbs, James Sanders, and Asante Samuel. The Jets, 68 team, the team that won the Super Bowl, the only in history. The guaranteed by Joe Namath, because we're just that much better. And the Pats, there were 7 Pats that were perfect in the regular season, perfect in the playoffs until they ran into the Giants and that helmet catch for David Tyree. That still sickens me to this day.
False start.
Offense. Well, if you say that. 7-15. Parker, Randy Moss, Kyle Breed, Stodium receiver. Nick Casser, the Cardiff County Morgan Jenkins, Dan Conklin. No Stephen Neal, so Callahan has to come in, play with that light. Defensive line for Moon Biggs, Paul Rochester, John Allen, and Jared Bilton. Harry Graham, Ralph Baker, and Al Atkinson. Linebackers, Randy Beverly, Blair Barrett, Jim Hudson, and Johnny Sample. Barber. Defensive backfield. Second and 10. Third and 10. This could be the one. In a sense, is that the Pats do have 2 games in hand on the Jets, so I don't know what to do. I'd be surprised if Pats playing by Boozer, that don't take away from that. 162 catching by Don Reed, Murphy's a legend. Brady, 18 for 32, 198 touchdowns. And yeah, the Jets were just that much better. 44-21, they win that big battle. Summary, Matt Ryan was named offensive MVP for his 392 yards passing, which was number 1. Surprise, I wouldn't know the name of it. Ray Warner. Rushing, Aaron Foster, 200 yards. Only 4 guys got 100 yards rushing. Foster and Smith really had big numbers, and the other 2 were just over 100. Jack Christensen, the defensive MVP for the Lions, and Derek Mason for Tennessee, his punt returns for the 99 Titans. Joe Burrow is your passing leader over Bradshaw and Breeze. Running leader, Emmitt Smith of the 92 Cowboys. Say Stars. Technically, I'm right. Standings-wise. Standings are a little cricket because of some rainouts and all that. The 68 Jets are in the lead over the 07 Pats, but the Pats do have 2 games in hand. Although the Pats know that the games in hand, they got to win so they can catch the Jets. Miami 4-3, Buffalo's 3-3. They're not doing that badly. The AFC North, the 2000 Ravens, the only team above 500. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Cincy are all below 500. The AFC South, Indy leads Tennessee by a game, and Jacksonville by a game and a half. Houston is 1-6. AFC West, Denver leads Oakland by a pair of games. San Diego and Kansas City. New York, Dallas 6-2. Washington didn't play, so they've got a few games ahead on Dallas, but that might not be working. Philly and Giants don't look so good. NFC North, the Bears lead the Packers by 2 games. Packers didn't play this week, so Chicago kind of has a little bit of an advantage. Detroit 4-3. Minnesota's 5-4 by a lot of games. The South, Carolina leads Tampa by half a game. Tampa, I don't think played. Oh no, they did play. Carolina leads by half a game. New Orleans and Atlanta both are shit. In the AFC West, the Rams have an insurmountable 4-game lead on Seattle and Arizona. So practically, with 8 games left, St. Louis feels like they're going to win the division. I believe the only division. No, the AFC West is the only division in which it's a multiple game lead. So yeah, everything is close. So next week we will have 15 games for you, so there'll be more teams and only 2 teams on a bye. So more action, don't you think? Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond Odu.